He's a restaurant czar who's cooked up a storm across India, the brain behind the high-profile and swanky restaurants like Olive, Monkey Bar, Fatty Bao, and now Soda Bottle Opener Wala. It's been quite a journey for this qualified engineer who started his professional career working for Cadbury and now is a formidable name in the field of leisure and restaurants. He builds great restaurant brands with his special combination of creativity, hard work, warmth, and innovation. He might come across as someone flamboyant, but in reality, it's fairly simple, grounded, both in demeanor and words. A loving husband and a doting father, our guest today is AD Singh. Hi there.
Very welcome.
Good to be here. Very, very nice to be here, and thank you for letting us in literally to your world. And
I get a little bit overwhelmed by the color.
No, in fact, it's the first thing that hit me, and I'm desperate to know about that because, being an auto guy, it's literally an auto, or at least half of it. No, but this is great.
So this is all my wife. She's a creative force. She's a fashion label, kitsch fashion label. That's where she started, and then she did up a home, and it was fabulous. And so then she started working with a company. And she now leads all the creative design for the Olive Group across our brands, particularly involved with some of the brands. So this was all part of that pitch phase that she was going through. And we had to use a crane to get into the window and into the cars of it. But it's been quite a piece. The kids love it. So
it's brilliant. No, I love it too. Well, I'm like a kid anyway when it comes to stuff like that. No, I love the color as well. It's beautiful. I mean, I know why you say kitsch, but at the same time, it says a lot, so I like that.
She's gonna love you for that.
Engineer working with corporates, and did you ever imagine this is what we'd be doing, sitting and talking about this life and this business?
It's funny because I was just talking to a friend of mine about this last night. I feel I have I'm sort of a susegado guy. So I go with my own flow, what I like to do and enjoy doing it. As India's grown, I was lucky that timing worked for me. So the kind of things that I wanted to see and go to myself worked for much wider markets. I mean, we had nothing when I started.
Yeah.
Me, Rahul, Ritu Dalmia, a few of us really, we were lucky. We got in at the right time. There wasn't much there. Almost everything we did was a first. So so people really.
No, and also the fact that you didn't feel therefore, yes, the opportunity and like you said, the environment was changing. But when you started out, it was prescribed formats, right? I mean, you studied, you became a doctor, you became a lawyer, or whatever.
So I'm an engineer, actually.
So
my heart, I can't change a light bulb. When I studied electrical engineering for years, I did most of my colleagues. They were all doctors or engineers, all of us. I remember, for example, Shamal Davar in school with us, and he was really excited about dance, and we all used to really pity him. What's this boy going to do? I mean, really, dance. And look how successful he's been.
Yeah.
I mean, I really think for the entrepreneurs who watch this show, I really come to believe over the years that if you follow what you love, the chance of your success, number one, is much higher.
No, and so talk me through that phase where you were in the corporate world, so to speak. You were working Cadbury's, I think.
Yes.
And then you took the leap. I mean, Party Line was the first.
So actually, it was, as a kid, I was very dependent on my parents' opinions. And of course, they put me through college and all that as well as looked after me like they do after all of us here. But I realized that though I enjoyed my time at Cadbury's a lot, I really felt it's not where I wanted to be the rest of my life. And I guess I had the luxury that my dad was, doing reasonably well, so I could think about options. but I needed their blessings. Otherwise, I'd still be sitting at Cadbury's today. And when I went to speak to them, to my utter surprise, they were really supportive. At that time, I wanted to leave Cadbury's. I didn't have a pass. So I thought I'd go work in the NGO sector, at least contribute, you know. It was very new to our family. Nobody done that. And I guess the NGO sector in that sense is, 30 years ago was less viably seen, let's say. So they were already doing great work, you know. And to my surprise, my parents were very supportive, and I only figured out later that I used to date a girl at that time who was, for them, very unsuitable. And so when I said to them, I need to have a talk with you, a serious talk, they thought that I was trying to get married. I was 28 that time.
So they thought they're dodging a bullet here.
So yeah, but then anything else was, you know.
This, that's fine. Oh, no, that's a good one.
So I guess that's the state for me. So it allowed me to take the big break from corporate India. And in my family, nobody's really entrepreneurs. I guess the whole concept of entrepreneurship in India was not there as much. The ecosystem didn't encourage it as much, and so there was no confidence in that.
The economy just opened up in the 90s anyway, so before that there was no question of...
Yeah. So this was 89, around that by now. 88 actually. And again, fate of luck. I'd helped my sister get married. I threw a boat party for her off Gateway, and it was hideously difficult to organize. But it was lovely once all our guests came. We were out there in the sea. And so I was looking around for what can I do? What can I start? How do I sustain myself? With my mom's help, I started a boat business.
And then transitioning from there to the restaurants, how and why? I mean, was it the hospitality industry angle that started to appeal to you with this, or was it just an idea again?
So at that time, the hospitality industry was again very nascent.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had great hotels.
But nothing outside that.
Standalone restaurants, there was very limited. They were great.
The gap was huge in terms of quality and standard.
I mean, we would have to say great Indian kebab place, for example, of course, those are places. But we didn't have anything for the emerging cool India or the more urban India, let's say. And that's the exact vacuum that the Mira or Ritu, etc. came into. And we'd all traveled, we'd seen things, we had a bit of a sense of the kind of things that people might like and what we had liked. And of course, I think, I had no money for sure. And with help from my mom and I think a couple of families, we put 50,000 rupees together. And on that, I opened my first restaurant, Just Desserts. I
have made sure I have come in with a very empty stomach.
So shall we head out to our
We can head out. So you have to tell me where are you taking us?
So I want to take you to a new brand we developed called Lady Baga. In fact, this afternoon I'm going to take you and the viewers to 3 of our restaurants.
Sounds good. I think I'm going to continue to smile a lot right through this entire episode. But we can get going. I also have a little surprise for you outside.
Lovely.
So let me show you that. All right, there we go. That's what I was talking about, the surprise. So it's, at some point we should. It's the Cabrio, and you can't not do that, I think. So
the really came into the market, and
the A3 came in before this from Audi's perspective, and actually did better than anybody expected, which is what's encouraging them to launch this one. So, so you want to drive?
Yeah, look.
So what happened next after this? You decided this was an area that was not interesting.
So at that time, and I finished off the desserts with love for jazz and an understanding of the business. To be honest, not full clarity. My party business, which was the first business I started, was still running. So that both party business was still running. Yeah, I was still making money there. I had questions running for me. So, you know, I'm an idealist person. I didn't become really a business person much later in life. Created the creativity that excited me, and making and the possibilities for making. So I wasn't sure after this dessert, and what I did was I actually followed my newfound love for jazz. So I did a lot of concerts with jazz around Bombay. But there was very little like that quality out there on a beach, listening to jazz, decent food, people looking after you, nobody ripping you off, proper toilets.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, it was such a novelty for everybody at that stage.
Does not exist otherwise.
And so I really enjoyed that, and I helped create some great event properties. We started doing jazz nights in clubs for black and whites, and you know, we did. So we, you know, we worked with events and jazz. And then I think slowly I got back into restauranting.
Hi. Ooh, lots of action in here. Good afternoon. I'm very curious to see what you're up to in here. So I'm very excited to get this extra privilege, access which I otherwise wouldn't have got. So, oh boy, that's great in here.
We want Broadbury. We want
I'm just going to nod my head to say yes to everything. So it's taking now, by the way.
And some fresh food.
You do customer clinics like tasting. Can I volunteer for that? You know, you want like the average undeveloped palate. Oh yeah, I am definitely going to, because that's I think my favorite thing anyway. Enjoy your meal, everyone. No, but when you do this, you know, look for a new idea, look for the right place to put it in. It obviously involves not just a lot of research, but a lot of money as well. So now, as a company, especially with with the infusion of the investment, etc., is that easier to approach, or is the responsibility even more? Like, how do you see it?
Yeah, so you know, there's no shortage of funds in the market, but it's about applying funds where I have confidence that we can give, you know, all our stakeholders a good return. Yeah. So clearly, I keep trying to bring down the cost of business. That's our big challenge.
How do you hedge future bets? I mean, you can't go conservative to the point where you suddenly stop doing anything new. And different state governments or the central government, you know, it's not any one region that's kind of volatile. It can happen anywhere in the country. Is it by looking at just, consolidating the existing businesses, or then looking at places outside of the country?
All this is actually...
Or all of the above?
No, all this is actually driving our company to look aggressively overseas. We looked at it previously, we thought it wasn't worth the pain, but now with the uncertainties that are affecting us all one after the other, it's really pushing us.